So now we are moving on. But we are still trying to struggle because this is not where the school is supposed to be. We have land that we have secured where we expect to put the school. And this is someone's premises. And the building, the plans are also not according to the Ministry of Education. So the other side, we have already consulted the engineer and he's making the plans. Even today I was talking to him, but he could not make the thing. He's on pressure. He's on pressure, but he was telling me, let me make the elevations first of all. But I know within the end of this week, he will have made us plans. Maybe we shall give you on software so that we are able to
numbers.
access them. Because there we have 3 acres and we have planned to have nursery section and then primary section. Primary section.
Okay.
But since we are looking at the 3 acres, according to the standards, it has made us to be attempted to make it a flat. Because if you plan for these ordinary structures, they may not be enough. So now nursery, we have put 3 class up 8 classrooms, actually down 4 classrooms, up 4 classrooms. Then also primary, we have captured, is making a plan of having 7 down and also 7 up, so that it allows some space for the for the field where other children are going to be playing generally. That is in the other land, not in this one. I know maybe soon we shall be moving out of this place. So when you don't get us here, don't get worried.
No, I'll be happy for you. I'll be happy. I'll know you've moved up.
Because you'll find something different here. Actually, here, what we plan to do here is to have livelihood projects. That is what we have planned here. That is what we want for training the children. Because here can help us to work as a farmland. We already have 4 fish ponds down that we have already excavated. It's because of the drought that hit us. So we have to harvest all what we had already secured down. And now they are empty. But I know with the time we shall do the stocking. And that is what our government is emphasizing. So we feel like if we gave the children that skill of living, fish farming, we want to do poultry farming. Actually, you see these timbers here, we already brought them. We want to construct a poultry house with those timbers there.
That's a little tough. That's a little difficult.
And then also down there we are having at least where we want to put up the goat farming, and that one we have already constructed. Only that the roof is missing. We are still trying to see how we can raise some money for the roof. Those are the skills, because like in primary 5 curriculum, when you look at science, it only talks about poultry. The first term of it is all poultry. Now, the challenge we have in Africa for us, I'm sorry, or in Uganda, sometimes we learn the things in order to do what? To pass. You get the point? Not to put it in a skill so that it enables you and what? A living.
It's not very efficient. No, it's not. It's not very efficient.
Because by the time a child completes the primary, he should be able to exercise some of these things. When he goes home and is able to raise his 20 hands, then that one has already kicked out poverty out of his what? Yes. Oh, piggery. If you can raise a pig, like we've been talking, we also had the pig sty. We had I don't know whether you enjoy pork.
Yeah.
Or you don't enjoy it. I may be talking of it, but anyway, for purposes of learning, because that is what is in our country, in primary. Only we sold them, but we had raised the pigs, and that was the point where we're helping our children to do what? To learn how to do what? Pig farming. So that at the end of the day, a child should be able to do what? To survive. Otherwise, some of the things, for us in Africa, we have plenty of land. And now the problem is where?
How to use it.
That's the challenge we are having. So, but we are trying to see to it that we make this school unique.
Yeah.
We make it unique in the instance that at the end of the day, by the time a child completes P7, he should be having a skill that can enable him earn a living, or not only earning a living, it can enable him further with the work, with the studies up to the university. Because if he has kept his pigs, he has kept his rabbits, he has kept the hen, the what? Chicken, yes, he can be able to raise money and be able to do what? Yes, go for further studies. Otherwise, if you go to school, you complete P7, you have got Division 1, but you don't have this. Then there is nothing we are doing. That's why you have a challenge. Even these days in Uganda, go to the university graduate, you cannot do for you anything. That's what happened. For us who are technicians, we used to challenge the students in Kiambogo. Somebody goes for a degree, but he cannot connect a switch. You can imagine. But he knows how to connect it theoretically.
Yeah, on paper.
Theoretically, it's okay. But practically, hakuna.
So one of the things again that we are using this school for is for evangelism. Now, when you get hold of a child, you are able to reach the family. Then when you reach the family, as you make a follow-up, you put up the parents together and then share the word of God. So this school is a bait for the gospel.
Yeah.
The primary purpose of this school is the gospel.
Right.
It is not actually for earning any money. This guy is a highly trained man, but just gives a service. As I told you in the beginning, he's not actually paid a lot of money. We just give him a small support. So that is what we do here. A child, when we get hold of a child, we bring him here to train, to teach. As he tells you, we give them the academics, which is needed at the school. Then we also give them the skills for self-reliance. That is to say, the keeping of pigs, keeping of goats, poultry, and also there's some fish ponds down that way. So that is, when a child goes home, at least he'll have gotten the knowledge, school knowledge, and also it also get the skill to earn a living. So it is all about the school, but mainly it is all about the gospel. Yeah, the gospel. When a child is brought here, we take a follow-up to the family, put the family together, share them the word of God, and pray with them. So that's also grow the church. Yeah. Remember I told you that we look into, if all goes all well, then we shall also have a training place for pastors. I teach what I term as biblical economics, where a pastor is supposed to know how to earn a living on earth as he preaches the gospel. Yeah, so this is what we're instilling these children. Yeah.
I like that. Ministry economics.
You teach me mathematics and I don't count anything, it becomes meaningless.
Right. Right.
Yes. Teach me English to speak at school, at home, I'll speak my own language. What does that do?
Right.
So if I'm taught how to keep a pig and how to multiply it, the distance unto it, then that child is able to go home, also buy a pig and begin doing that thing and multiply and also earn a living.
And that's sustainability.
Yeah.
Sustains itself.
Yeah.
Exponential.
Yeah. That is it.
So that is it. So otherwise, you're most welcome. Some of the activities we do with the children, at least they are able to mime God's songs and You know,
that's
these days, actually, to keep these people here in the village is not easy.
Yeah.
Whenever I will tell you the terminology we use here, kadibong.
Kadibong.
Yes. Kadibong.
Kadibong.
Yes, those are the people who dance trans night. Whenever there is a function anywhere, you find all the children go there. But now, when we try to give them something like that, at least it brings their brain.
Yeah.
At least down to look at the Word of God. Actually, our motto here is grace of God and knowledge. And it's taken up from the book of Luke, chapter 2, verse 40. I think Reverend, you know, the child grew up. Yes. So we want to grow these children through the grace of what? Through the grace of God.